Guten Erev Shabbos, everyone, and Chodesh Tov. I hope everyone had a wonderful, meaningful, happy Pesach with their families. And thank you again for inviting me into your home this Erev Shabbos. And a special thanks to my son, Zalman, for putting these videos together with me week after week. Sometimes we need to go back to basics and consider things that we know to be true. Why are they true? And what do they mean? And that's what I'd like to share with you this week, together with a beautiful story. We all know the pasuk in Kisisa, which also happens to be my bar mitzvah parsha, V'shamru b'nei Yisrael es Shabbos, Lasos es Shabbos l'dorosam beris olam. That we, Klal Yisrael, the Jewish people, we keep Shabbos, generation after generation, forever, a bris olam, an eternal covenant, an eternal bond to Hashem. And Rashi explains that our bond with Hashem through Shabbos is Hashem's guarantee that no damage will ever come to any Jew once they keep Shabbos. The Shabbos protects the Jew. And that makes it very clear why Shabbos is the Makor Bracha, the essence of the whole week's blessings. Because if we keep it, and we guard it, and we follow Hashem's contract with us as His people, then no harm can come to us, and only good, only positive. Listen to this amazing story that a chaver of mine, a friend of mine, back in my yeshiva days, shared with me over 20 years ago. This fellow, one day, got into a taxi on the streets of Yerushalayim. And like any of us who's had that experience, riding in a Yerushalayim taxi, conversation is very naturally occurs. And the driver, in a very friendly way, turned to my chaver and he said, "Rabbi, I want to share something with you." He said, "You know, Rabbi, only a few months ago did I start keeping Shabbos. I became Shomer Shabbos. For most of my life, I was a Mechal Shabbos. And all of my taxi driving career, I drove 7 days a week. And Shabbos was always the most profitable day of the week. I would make 15,000 shekels a month, and 5,000 of those 15 were made on the 4 Shabbos of the month. A third of my money was made only from Shabbos. And it was very hard to give it up. But as I became Torah observant, I was told over and over again that I would not lose anything by keeping Shabbos. And I couldn't imagine how that could possibly be with 5,000 shekels clearly being profited only from my Shabbos driving. But I took the leap of faith and I trusted Hashem and I went for it. And I calculated the next month, I hadn't made 15,000 shekel. I only made 10,000. I made 5,000 shekel less. I had lost 5,000 shekel. But then I decided that there must be more to the cheshbon. Part of the calculation are my monthly expenses. And I started to calculate my expenses, and I realized something very strange. That month after month and year after year, when I had driven on Shabbos, somehow, every month, I had almost exactly, give or take a bit, 5,000 shekels extra in expenses. 1 month, it might be tires. Another month, a transmission. Another month, a car accident. Or disgruntled customers. But as soon as I started keeping Shabbos, those expenses disappeared. They were gone. And I watched and I monitored this and I tracked it for a few months. And I'm only making 10,000 shekels a month, but I don't have a single extra unexpected expense. Unbelievable. Hashem has truly blessed my parnasa. Let's think about this for a second. Besides the obvious fact that this taxi driver had never made more than 10,000 shekel on average when he was Mechal Shabbos, because 5,000 always disappeared. But now he didn't even have the headache that went along with the frustration of losing money in a way that he cannot anticipate. Let us return to basics this Shabbos. Let us think how the stronger our bond with Hashem this Shabbos, the stronger we focus on the menucha of Shabbos, and we put out of our mind all the weekday thoughts. And of course, we avoid the isser of daber davar, to speak about things that are not meant to be spoken about on Shabbos. How we will be zocha to the makor habracha of Shabbos, and our covenant, our bond with Hashem, will continue to protect us and our families for all eternity. May we all have a wonderful Shabbos and be zocha to see Mashiach Tzidkenu b'meira b'yameinu. All the best.